So, lads, the Caitlyn Clark money glitch is continuing this year. She's gone on it's the money glitch. If you guys don't know what the money glitch is, it's she goes to a talk, says the same thing over and over again, and gets paid so much money. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. She's earned every fucking cent. She earns every cent. Every cent that she makes. But I just joke about the money glitch. It's the same stories about the driveway, and in this one she talked about her role model. So I think a lot of people were talking about that. A lot of people have been talking about that one, and I've been seeing people like bringing up this point as a kind of a big thing. It's their annual fall luncheon. What is a luncheon? Like, the only time I've ever heard of luncheon is in the steamed ham Simpsons things. A formal lunch. I have only ever heard it being used in this from the context of Seymour Skinner making sure that Superintendent Chalmers that he was prepared for an unforgettable luncheon. It's the only time I've ever heard that used. I didn't even think that was a real thing. But it says here, and that might be the most important takeaway from Clark's appearance. She knows how important it is to be a role model to inspire the generations to come. Wednesday, she listed former Minnesota player Maya Moore and tennis player Serena Williams as her heroes. She also had a piece of advice for young players in attendance. Just enjoy it goes so fast. I'm only 23, but I feel like I was just in high school, so my best memories are from playing sports when I was in middle school and high school. Just enjoy it. And, I mean, she's not wrong with any of that. And that's one of the things you can see with Caitlyn Clark. And I'd say that's probably one of those things that she kind of feels pressure. Like, I don't think Caitlyn Clark in general feels pressure playing basketball. I think she probably feels pressure to be Caitlyn Clark. Like, if I was to guess, Caitlyn Clark feels pressure, being Caitlyn Clark. More so than she feels pressure being Caitlyn Clark, the basketball player. Like, being Caitlyn Clark, the global icon. And not in a way of, the celebrity of it, but in a way of, she has to be almost that role model. Like, she wants to be what Maya Moore was to her, to other people. And, that ends up being a tricky thing to do when you are in 2025 and people are going to hate you just to hate you. And that is that's important as well. That is a big thing, and it's it's not. I mean this when I say it's not a life I would want to live. I do not envy the position Caitlyn Clark is in at all. And I would envy it a little bit more if she was actually getting paid what she was worth. She's getting paid what she's worth for these talks. If she was getting paid the 30, 40 million she's worth to play basketball. It's very different getting paid 10 million a year and getting paid 30 or getting paid 40 million a year. Very big difference. And then also that freaking shoe deal. She'll be getting paid at minimum 10 mil a year from Nike. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. And yeah, you can tell. You can genuinely tell when it comes to Caitlyn Clark that she is trying to she's trying to be as good a role model as possible for everybody. And it's not one of those things she wants to help the sport of basketball all around. She wants to be a role model for the fact is that when she goes out into that stadium, it's not just it's people of all ages, genders, races. And then when she probably looks into the audience, it's probably one of those, maybe two of those three things. But yeah, it's always a good thing to it's always a good thing to maybe hold yourself to a higher standard because you feel like you have to be a role model for somebody else. And it's never the worst thing in the world to try to do that. Even if you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect at the end of the day. But it's easier to hold yourself to that standard. Because it is like it's still a big thing, and like Caitlyn Clark is still going to be Caitlyn Clark. And it's going to be huge coming into next season. Like, I do think that we're going to be seeing Caitlyn Clark play ball prior to next season. I genuinely do think we're going to see Caitlyn Clark play ball coming into this season, and we're going to see Caitlyn Clark absolutely kill it. I think we're going to see Caitlyn Clark absolutely kill it. And everything in the offseason, everything from last season, we're going to forget it all. We're going to forget all the injuries. Because let's be real, she's not fully healthy yet. Once she gets fully healthy to go play, and I mean, she's wearing some form of heels. Her ankle's probably okay. Good to go. And we then are going to get to see hopefully get to see the most exciting basketball player. I can't even claim that. She was the most exciting player at a time. She was. Let's be real. There was a time where she was the most exciting player, but Wemby's currently playing. So I'm not going to insult you guys by saying she's more exciting to watch play basketball than Wemby. But it's not going to be too long, and it's good to see, she's in good spirits coming into this off season. It's good to see, and you just know the competitor that's in Caitlyn. You do know the demon that's in Caitlyn is going to be back. As much as Stephanie White hates it, the demon that is Caitlyn is going to be back sooner than we think. But yeah, hopefully all ends up being good with the Indiana Fever. All ends up being good with Caitlyn, and the WNBA season happens, because I don't have a fucking clue what's going to happen if it doesn't. Because of the way the off-season works, they're not going to wait a year to play Unrivaled again. Like, there's going to be something on during the summer. I have actually got no idea what's going to happen if the WNBA season doesn't happen. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Caitlyn Clark is back with the money glitch. She's back doing her talks. She's back making millions and millions of dollars from them. So anyway, that's the video. I am going to go to sleep because I'm exhausted. I'll see you guys.